Hello, reacting video. Today we're going to take a look at the newly released Shadow Alolan Ninetales. This Pokemon going to be insane, and I went immediately 5-0 with this Pokemon as well. Basically like Registeel yesterday, which went also way better than expected. Here we're going to use a team that I already showcased, I think like around 2 weeks ago, because I wanted to make a video about a team that's pretty easy to play and gives you a lot of wins pretty fast, and this is basically the same thing here again. You see, the video is only around 12 minutes long. Main reason for this is just that this team is very fast. Like, it loses sometimes very fast depending on the team comp. Sometimes you get hardwalled. There's nothing that you can do about this, but happens to this team as well. Had this sometimes here as well, but otherwise, this team has a lot of play. This team is very fast because you have Counter, which does a lot of damage. You have the Charm, which is going to do a lot of damage, and you have 2 Shadow Pokemon in general here now. But I showcased it before with the normal Ninetales, now we have the Shadow Ninetales, and I can definitely tell you here, Shadow Ninetales was really cool, and I think it was better than the normal one as well, so I would recommend you to grind the event. I went outside for 2 hours now to grind those Pokemon, and I got, basically, I think I got 6 of the Vulpix, I got a 1 Grumpig, or like the pre-evolution Spoink there, and that's it. Like, I didn't get any of the other Pokemon that are still available. So I have to most likely go outside after this video immediately again to try to get some footage for the other Pokemon, unless like some of you already have them and can show me some footage as well, or like use the link in the description for that. But yeah, it seems like they're pretty rare. I was pretty lucky with the Ninetales though that I got so many, but my IVs are all horrible, as you can see on the side as well. Still, going to be an interesting one. Here we see the Tapu Fini going to go down against my Medicham. This matchup is way worse than you'd think it would be for the Tapu Fini, and they swap out, I swapped out at the same time, and they go into a Gliscor, which completely gets annihilated here by the Ninetales. Goodbye, Gliscor. Next comes in, let's see, maybe, oh, we actually see a Ferrothorn coming in here. I think my timing is kind of off here, but should be still fine, as we're going to be able to go for one Weather Ball, going to do a lot of damage. We actually 2-shot the Ferrothorn now, which is amazing. This was not the case if you had the normal Ninetales. You still survive the move here. This Pokemon really feels such a game-changing Pokemon. It's such a Pokemon that you definitely should try to get here right now, especially as you only can get rid of Frustration, I think, for 5 days now, which is not really a long time. So definitely try to grind those Pokemon. Gonna go outside now anyway afterwards, so yeah, I'm going to hopefully get some better IVs as well. This Pokemon is amazing though for Ultra League and for the Great League. Going to be a very cool Pokemon to use, as well as also, if you didn't see the video earlier, I made a video about Shadow Registeel, which is actually way better than I expected it to be. I also kind of said it's most likely not something that I want to build, but it's actually way better than people were saying as well. Like, the extra damage really helps in a few matchups as well there, but here Ninetales is definitely a little bit better than, like, as an upgrade than Registeel, for example. Registeel can, you know, be also a little bit better, but here I feel like this Shadow bonus just gives you so much more damage with your fast move, which makes it also easier. As we see here as well, we're going to have the Lantern now against us, which hopefully going to be a decent matchup. We see the Thunderbolt coming through. We can go for a Psychic in time. We have a lot of lag recently. I don't know if it's the same for you, but I feel like I have a lot of frame drops, like crazy lag as well. Like yesterday, I think I made a short real quick about the how Beat Giovanni was just on Pokemon, and I also had like one time there where I just froze for 3 seconds straight, which was insane. I don't know, like for me, a lot of lag recently, but still, we had a great time here using this team, as we can charm down the opponent here. I'm going to let the first move go through here. It's going to be a normal Ninetales, how lame, but I can farm down the Chestnut here. Granbull, so underrated. One of the best charmers. I think it's the most attack weighted charmer. I'm not sure if Gardevoir is more attack than Granbull, but it's a very attack weighted, so it's going to not really want to take too many charge moves here, but it will be able to destroy a ton of the opponent's Pokemon. Here we see an Umbreon coming in. I make a mistake here. I just went for the bait because I thought it was like obvious that I'm going to go for the Dazzling Beam anyway. Here they're sadly going to outspeed me now to the next move, but I could go for the Dazzling Beam. I thought, they're most likely just going to try to play this matchup out. I'm going to go for the Weather Ball. Not the right decision here, but maybe they think I only have Psyshock anyway. That could be also the case, but here they're going to be able to still get to another move. I can catch on my Medicham here, which is not ideal either, because they're going to go into their Noctowl now. It's going to be a tough one to still win. We can go for an Ice Punch here at least. It should put them around half of their health, but they're actually going to shield this move up as well, and they can go for a Charge move here in time. But I should be able to now align my my Ninetales here again. I can go for one charge move here, going for the Weather Ball. Do they shield this move up? Do they going to let this move go through? They're going to shield this move up here. And this is really good because I can still get to another one. And because of the extra damage, this is actually going to be enough to knock them out. Actually, usually it would only do around like 40-50% damage, even though it's super effective, I think. So like this was really nice for us. We see the Deoxys coming in. I expect them to swap soon because they have to catch, and they do try to catch here. It didn't work out. Crunch comes through, and Crunch will be able to still win us the game there. Starting off with a 5-0 in general with this team was really cool. Chestnut against us again. I don't know who made this popular. I think Inadequance made this kind of popular. But we see Frosters coming in here. I'm going to shield up the first move, expecting that might be the Shadow Ball. It is not. They're going to go for the bait. I'm going to go for the bait. Let's see if they're going to call that as well here. And of course they're going to call that. So we are kind of in a tough spot here right now. Not going to lie. I will be able to go ahead and go for the shield. This time at least the Shadow Ball. I can go ahead and go for one Weather Ball here. But again, my opponent is now 2 shields up. It does not look good. I don't really play too well here either. I just bait too much. But I at least get the shield here, and we get them low enough that we can just go into a Grand Ball, say goodbye to the opponent, and this is a very nice move here. As we see the Noctowl coming in here, they might be able to knock me out before I can get to a charge move here, because I think they just barely get enough damage with that. It's basically exactly how much a Sky Attack does here, which is really unfortunate. But that's how it is. We can go ahead and go for another move here now with our Ninetales, knock them out, or no, get the shield here. And I think we're kind of fine here still. They will not be able to knock me out, like my Machem out with this. They're gonna go to the Chestnut, and I can overfarm here. And this is like the main thing where you want to overfarm. I have to still get to 1 Ice Punch here. I don't think 1 Ice Punch is enough to knock them out. I'm not sure about this. It might just be barely enough to knock out the opponent, but I'm gonna go for the safe play, go for the Psychic. And now I should be able to reach the Ice Punch in time, winning this game here, and this is going to be a good game. This team itself works out so well. Of course, if you face a Poison type, you're kinda screwed, but there are no Poison types currently available in this meta. That's really good, so for those, you should be fine. We will see the very good lead for us. We see a Dragonite coming in, and we're going to see the opponent going out. This is why this team sometimes just takes only like 24 minutes to complete 2 entire sets there, which is really nice. We see Tropius here. What I feel with Tropius is that they're most likely going to have something like Medicham Bastion in the bag. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into the Grand Ball instead of my other Pokemon, instead of my Ninetales as a say swap. Just because it's very likely for them to have a very decent answer for me in the bag. Here we see the Steelix. So they had a Steel type, but they're actually not going to throw a Charge move here, where I was like, okay, I will have still survived 1 Psychic Fangs before the debuff here. So I just gonna go ahead and I just gonna get to another close combat. I don't know what the opponent thought what they wanted to do there. I don't know. I don't actually know what they tried to do there. But we will be able to just farm them down, knock them down, and we're going to go into the next game here. Going to see the opponent into the Medicham. Now that's going to be an interesting one. I could play out this match, but a lot of times they're going to have Steel types in the back. This time around they have Double in the back. And I'm pretty sure this might be a viewer of mine, because this is the team that I showcased literally yesterday. So if you're a viewer, hello. That's very cool that you use the teams that I showcased. But the sad thing is that this team that they're going to showcase, like that I showcased here, was pretty decent against the team that I'm currently running. So that's not really ideal. Next time, just try to find some teams that I showcased that I'm not weak to right now. But yeah, they're going to have the they're going to have the Noctowl in the back. I know that already because that's the team that I showcased yesterday on my channel. If you, of course, haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and also leave a like on the video. If you like those new Shadow Pokemon, I'm going to try to grind more to get more Pokemon showcased on this channel as well. So leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. But yeah, of course, it's going to be the Noctowl. My only play now is to try to catch a move onto my Ninetales, and even then it's going to be a tough one. Let's see, we're going to shield up the first move here. We can try to swap out. I tried to swap out, but I was too late. They, of course, with a 2-turn move against the 3-turn move, they have the option to just always perfectly align. I can go for another charge move here. This will be able to get the shield from the opponent. They still have 1 shield left, and there's nothing I can do here, sadly. I needed to catch the move, try to farm them all the way down, but this team was very strong. This team is a very strong team anyway, so like if you have a double, you can definitely try the team out there. Next opponent, I feel kinda sad about this matchup here. Why do I feel sad about it? Because I knew exactly what my opponent was doing. I knew exactly what I had to do, and I exactly didn't do that one. Because here, we have the matchup against the Charizard. Means they're most likely pretty weak against Ninetales in the back if they don't want to swap out here, because we have Powder Snow. We will be able to win this game here anyway, like this matchup. But I expect them to just go for the bait all the time, try to get some energy and now swap out onto my charge move, and that's exactly what they do onto a Medicham. which is okay for me because at least this allows me to go into my Granbull now, which allows me to farm them all the way down. But I still get to 1 Ice Punch here, at least no Psychic, so we will be able to easily survive that. They are forced to throw with their, with their Charizard against me now. And I actually make a mistake here by not going into my Ninetales now against the Charizard, but going into my Medicham, because I thought it mostly going to be a Steel type in the back. It's going to be a Sableye in the back. So if I played this a little bit better, if I just like did what I wanted to do against the opponent's Charizard, I would have been in such a way better spot now. I would have still had like shields left for my Granbull, which would have just completely went through the backline. But at least because of our good IVs here, we will be able to go for 2 Ice Punches against them. I can go into my Ninetales. I get them very low, but sadly they're still going to be able to go for another charge move here. This will knock us out, but we at least have a tie here to at least have a neutral game there. But it's fine. It wasn't the best, and we're gonna go into the final game now. And yeah, this is what I say. There are some teams where you just have literally no option to play here. I don't know. Could be a snipe or anything like this. I said on Twitter that I would play some Alolan Ninetales spells. Yeah, might be predictive, but no. I think I actually met this person in real life as well at GoFest before, but very good play here by just letting me get extra farm against the Bastion and go for a Dazzling Beam now. Very smart there. But the thing is here, of course, there's nothing I can do. Like, this is a complete hard wall for me. They're going to go for their Flamethrower now. The only thing that I can try to do here is to try to farm down the opponent's Haunter, which will not really work out too well either. But unless they have something super weak against me in the back, there's nothing I can do here. And this is just complete hard wall from the get-go. And they're going to have an Azumarill in the back. And there is actually something that I can still do here, which is going to be for the goal for the crunch and hope for the debuff here. And just maybe I do enough damage now and I actually get the debuff with my Psychic and my counter, because usually you don't have the debuff against the Azumarill, and then it's already a pretty decent matchup for you. I can go for the Psychic. Let's see how much does it going to do. It's not going to do enough at all. They can go for 1 charge move, and that's going to be it for this video as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you did. I'm gonna go outside and grind again for more content for later. I still have 2 sets left to play for today, so it's going to be either one of the new Pokemon basically. See you then, and hope you have a great rest of your day and get all the Shadow Pokemon. Bye bye!